Today we are going to discuss chapter 4 to the Cuckoo of class 10th, which is written by William Wordsworth. Okay, so let's begin with the chapter. So it is a story about the cuckoo bird. Okay, here the author welcomes cuckoo as Bilthe newcomer. Okay, Bilthe means happy. Okay, Bilthe means happy. Here the poet is describing the cuckoo bird as a happy bird. Okay, asking, shall I call thee bird or wandering voice? Okay, thee means your. Okay, here the poet is saying that you are a bird or a wandering voice. Okay, when I am lying on the grass, I hear your voice from hill to hill, echoing from far off or near as well. Okay, here the poet is saying that when I lie on the grass, I hear your voice coming from very far off places or near as well. Okay, which is echoing from hill to hill. Okay, thou means you. You bringest unto me. Unto means on me a tale of visionary hours. Okay, here the poet is saying your voice bring bring me a tale of visionary hours where I can think for hours. Okay, here the poet tell to the bird that you bring me tales of visionary so I can think for hours. Okay, next one is darling of the spring. Okay, the poet is also saying that the bird is the darling of the spring. Okay, because the cuckoo bird comes in a spring. Okay, telling you are a invisible thing, a voice, a mystery. Because in this poem the author is saying that I can't see the bird, I only hear its voice. Okay, which is coming from far off or near places, echoing from hill to hill. Okay, so here the poet can't see the bird. Okay, next one is same as my school days when I listened to that cry. Now the poet here is comparing the incident with his school days. Okay, at that time also he listened to that cry. Okay, he listened to that voice which made him look a thousand ways in a bush, trees and sky. Okay, as a child, when he had heard the voice of bird, he looked everywhere. Okay, he looked in a bush, trees and sky. Okay, so he compared this incident to his school days incident. Okay, to seek you. To seek you means to find you. I had traveled through woods. Woods means forest and green for you. Woods and greens means a forest. Okay, still longed never seen, and still longed never seen, and still he can't find the bird. He heard only the voice of the bird. Okay, after all, I lie again on plain. After all, when he tired, he lie on a plain. On plain means on the grass and listen till I do beget that golden time again. Okay, beget means forget. Forget. Now he wants to forget the golden time again. Golden time again means his childhood incident when he used to find the bird through woods and greens. Okay, so he want to forget it again. Okay, oh blessed. Now he's saying, oh blessed bird the earth we pace and unsubstantial. Now he's saying the earth. Now he's saying the earth we are living in. It is a very unsubstantial place until you turn the unreal earth into a fairy place. Okay, so here the poet is appraising. Okay, appraising the bird. Okay, so this is the end of this summary. Now the exercise, note down the exact meaning of the following words. Okay, it is also home assignment. Now the second one is match the words give under A with the meanings given under B. So these are the solution. First is vale, a broad low valley, babble, a sound like that of a stream running gently over rounded stones, mystery, something that cannot be explained, far off means distant, very far. Okay, visionary, that exist only in the mind and probably can't fulfilled. Okay, visionary. Next one is use the following words in your sentences. Okay, so first word is wood. So this table is made of wood. Okay, this table is made of wood. Okay, next is woods. Ram lives in the woods. Okay, sweet. Woods means forest. Forest. Sweet. Sweet means she has a very sweet nature. Okay. Sweets means diabetic patients should avoid eating sweets. मीठा नहीं खाना चाहिए diabetic patients को. Blind. The old man has gone blind. Here the old man has gone blind. Blinds means lower the blinds on the curtain. Issue. Issue. School issued me a character certificate. Issues. Issues means you and me have no issues. Means no problem. Here these words uh, sound very different. Okay, so next one is spring. Spring is the king of seasons and springs gush of the mountain. Spring gush means bushes of the mountains. Now the comprehension part. Question number 1. Answer the following question in 25 words. How does the poet address the cuckoo in the beginning of the poem? It is a poem, spelling mistake. And why does he do so? The poet William Wordsworth addressed the cuckoo as the Bilthe newcomer. Bilthe means happy newcomer. Newcomer means which come recently. Okay, he is a newcomer. He called it a newcomer because its song captivates and moves him to supreme spiritual joy. Because he enjoy the voice of the cuckoo. Okay, in a spiritual way. Why does the poet choose to call the cuckoo a wandering voice? The poet is lying on the grass. He hears the cuckoo's twofold shout. Sometimes it goes far off, at other times it goes too near. He calls the cuckoo a wandering voice. Wandering voice means when you wandering here and there. Okay. It wanders from hill to hill. Okay. Next one is, what does the cuckoo bring to the poet? The cuckoo sings in the sunny and flowery valley. It moves the poet. It moves the poet to the supreme spiritual joy, and it transport him to a land of bliss. It revives the memory of a visionary tale in him. Memory, which means which memory? School days memory. Okay. Next one is, what did the cuckoo make the poet do during his school? The poet used to listen to the cuckoo's song during his school days. The cuckoo's cry enchanted his heart. It urged him to see the invisible bird. Therefore, he wandered through woods and plains to seek her. Okay, seek means find her. How does the earth appear to the poet after hearing the cuckoo's voice? The earth appears substantial and physical to the poet. His attitude towards earth has changed after hearing the cuckoo's voice. Okay, so his attitude towards earth has changed after hearing the cuckoo's voice. Now the earth appears unreal like the fairyland. Okay. Answer the following question in about 50 words. What does the poet seek to convey in the following stanza? It is a stanza. Okay. Z. Thrice welcome, darling of the spring, even yet thou art to me no bird, but an invisible thing, a voice, a mystery. The poet calls the cuckoo as the darling of spring. It is sweeter than his song of other birds. Even the spring season is proud of her. The poet welcomes her again and again. He considers the cuckoo like an invisible thing whose voice is a mystery. Okay, whose voice is a mystery to him. Next one is, describe the various ways in which the poet addresses the cuckoo in the poem. Okay, the poet addresses the cuckoo in various ways. In the first stanza, he calls as a Bilthe newcomer. Bilthe newcomer means happy newcomer, and a wandering voice. Wandering voice means which wander here and there. Okay, which does not stay longer at one place. Okay. Uh, then he calls it as darling of the spring, an invisible thing, a voice, a mystery. Okay. Last of all, he calls it a blessed bird. Okay, it is he calls a blessed bird. Now it's time for home assignment. Your home assignment is write down the glossary words in your notebooks, uh, which is given in your textbook. Okay. Now read the passage carefully and answer the following question carefully. Okay. So this is a short passage. You have to read this and answer these questions. Okay, based on this passage. Okay, so this is the end of this chapter. Thank you and happy learning.